Bryan Gaiser is an investment advisor representative of Advisory Alpha LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. All opinions expressed by Bryan Gaiser are solely his own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Advisory Alpha. This recording is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Investment advisory and financial planning services offered through Advisory Alpha LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance, coaching, and educational services offered through Gaiser Financial Group. Gaiser Financial Group is a separate and unaffiliated entity of Advisory Alpha LLC. While tax and legal services may be discussed in the general course of financial and investment planning, Advisory Alpha does not provide tax or legal services. Please consult with your tax or legal professional prior to making decisions related to these issues. This material is not endorsed or approved by the Social Security Office or any other government agency. An annuity is a long-term financial product designed largely for asset accumulation and retirement needs. All guarantees are backed by the claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. All opinions expressed by externally cited sources are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Advisory Alpha. This is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. The case studies presented reflects the specific circumstances of one client and should not be considered a guarantee that another client or potential client may experience the same or certain level of results. This is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as investment recommendations or solicitation. Names have been changed to protect the anonymity of clients and are not testimonials in nature. Learn, grow, and take charge of your retirement. This is the Wealth Through Wisdom podcast with financial advisor Bryan Gaiser, founder of Gaiser Financial Group.
So we've all heard that magical get your 10,000 steps a day in. And for some people, if you're busy with work and other things, you might have your smartwatch or something, some kind of steps tracker. You can find some kind of gadget. We're having a whole conversation around technology today, aren't we? The good use of technology helping us achieve our health goals. But it can be frustrating if you go a week and at the end of the day, every day you look at it and you haven't hit that 10,000 step goal. Well, here's some good news. A recent study found that as little as 7,000 steps daily can promote nearly the same health benefits. So look at the window and also understand how that overall window, these goals are affecting your overall health and life. It's very similar, Bryan, to this notion. So many of us, and I think it's because we're taught, we obsess, we focus over that one big number at the bottom of our statement. We try to calculate how much savings, what's that dollar amount we're going to need to retire. A lot of people shoot for the magic number. I think lately the most recent number is you got to have 1.8 million saved in order to retire the way that, quote unquote, every American wants to retire. These are, again, this is all me just kind of summarizing stories that we've been told, because we need to figure out actually, and you talk about this all the time, we got to create income streams, but we start with our budget. How much are we spending? Others say you got to have 70 to 80% of your annual salary. Let's talk about what is really required for you to figure out. What do you say to your clients and to people listening to on the radio? What do we actually need to be considering about as far as factors for when we can actually retire?
You know, I love the workout analogy too, because it overstates itself. I think people, if they do work out, just an idea for them, always if you have an hour and a half workout or an hour and 15 minutes, make sure you have a 20-minute workout, because there's some days you don't feel like it and say, I'm going to just do the 20 minute and you get going.
Get something in. Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with your money.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah.
If you budget well, if you're smart with your assets from that standpoint, if you know specifically, hey, I invest in value Stock and some growth put in there for this purpose. I think that's really the key. It's the purpose. Why am I doing these 10,000 steps? Well, if the 7 can do the same and I can cut that time, why not? Remember how we just talked about technology sometimes can cut some unnecessary time out, and I'm all for that. And it's the same thing here. So a lot of folks need to be thinking about, age of retirement. An ideal retirement age for most people would be 63. That's kind of like, and that's a census that was ran. And basically, according to the survey from Mass Mutual, some people leave the workforce entirely while others continue to work part-time. I don't know how long I'm going to work, but in my case, honestly, I would love it if I could work till I'm 75. I enjoy it, maybe even 80, because really I enjoy what I do. I could see myself doing this forever, because to me, it doesn't feel like work. I just truly enjoy helping people, enjoy communicating with people.
Yeah.
So age of retirement is going to be really important. Desired lifestyle in retirement is going to be important. But it reminds me of this guy that just came in. He knew he was heck bent that he is going to retire at 67.
Okay.
Well, guess what? He's retiring at 61.
Okay.
He's 60 right now. He technically is. They gave him a severance pay to January. He turned 61 in January.
Because he had a life event that has changed his retirement
Yeah, it's
frame.
called, hey, we don't need you anymore. We're
So
going
he
to
got-
hire some younger people that we can pay less.
Okay, he got
That's
laid off.
really what it boils down to.
Okay, so he's 60
we
years
feel
old.
more tech savvy.
He's less than 10 years from his retirement goal line. Here comes the managers.
Here comes the punch. And he's going, I am where I am. I've got the severance. Chances are he's probably going to, in his situation, he'll have to go back to work for a little while.
Okay.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah.
A couple, 3 years, maybe 4 years. Most likely 4 years. But we're trying to make it where it could be 2 or 3 because his wife has experienced some health issues and they want to make sure that they do the traveling they want to do just in case her situation, progresses. And so in a nutshell, what we did is I said, well, if you retire at 65, you're not going to have all the Social Security you thought you're going to have. So we created and took a portion of his IRA, put it in a deferred annuity to give him income stream, right? Mm-hmm. That matches what he would get at 67. He's going to probably work about 4 more years. So when he does take off at age 65, because he's about to turn 61. Mm-hmm. So when he does turn 65, one, he takes care of healthcare in that sense, right? Doesn't have to stress about that. His wife is on disability now, right? A little younger, on disability. So she's already getting her full Social Security.
Okay. She
was anticipating taking it earlier until her issues started. And so now she gets a little extra over and above what she would have got at 63, 64 when she was going to retire. Mm-hmm. She's going ahead and getting her 67 amount. He's going to turn around. He's going to work 4 more years. This is going to offset what he would have received at age 67. So now they have a strong income, plus he gets to walk away with a pension. Not a huge pension, enough to supplement when all their debt will be gone too. So they'll have no debt. They'll have a good $1,500 more a month than what they thought they were going to have when they retired at 67. They're going to be able to get out there and do the things they want to do. During this little severance, I said, in a sense, you got a little short window of retirement because you're getting that severance pay. Y'all take some of those trips now.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what they're doing.
Okay.
And a lot of people get hit, get kind of something hits me from the side, they get popped thinking, all right, I'm going to do everything's working and running along smoothly. And all of a sudden, boom, a life-changing event. Yeah. And they had 2 very close together. 1, you're no longer working with us. And 2, she's got a couple of issues that need some attention.
Okay.
And I think they're going to be just fine. I know they are. But the thing is, I'm like, well, that means you've got to take advantage of what it is that you're dealt, right? You can't go, why me, God, right? A lot of people do that. He did. So we put down, we've got the plan all set out now. And a little over 4 years, he will, when he starts back work this January, because that's when his severance ends, they'll have taken 2 of the big trips they wanted to take.
Oh, good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's going to be cashing in stock. There's just a lot of things that are going to be working in their favor. And this is company stock that's been awarded to him for years to take those trips.
Okay.
He's not going to lose anything because he's going to go back to work.
Okay.
He's already got an offer, but it's less time, less hours, but more than enough. Good. Right? Just because of his expertise in the field. He's been doing it 35 years. And so bottom line is you got to take what you're dealt and make it work for you. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's what he's done. And unfortunately, her last parent passed away. But the side also, she inherited a chunk that didn't hurt matters either, right? All in land, not so much in cash, but that's okay.
Okay.
And so just some things have happened in their favor. We just had to step back and go, hey, look, we didn't account on any of these. We didn't account for any of these things. So let's take a step back and take a look. And let's get you out of the workforce a little bit earlier. And, he was in shock. All he's ever done is work for this one company. And so he's doing something similar to what he's doing, more on a consulting basis and less hours. He's going to make almost as much as he used to make.
That's great.
But they're also able to kind of be semi-retired in some respect.
Okay.
He's going to get a little more time off so they can take these trips. If that sounds like you folks, 336-586-5861. This gentleman's right here in Pleasant Garden. Great guy. I feel blessed to help him.
Yeah.
I feel blessed to be there. That's why I love this job. That's something AI will never tell you. It's something technology will never tell you. I enjoy looking for the right strategy that will help people, convincing them, hey, you can do this. Instead of, something happened. The sky is falling, Chicken Little. We don't do that here at Gaiser Financial Group. 336-586-5861. If this sounds like you've been caught off guard, and all of a sudden you're out of a job. and you need to kind of take a step back and reposition the plan that you had for retirement, or even build your first plan for retirement, give us a call, 336-586-5861. You'll leave your information. I'll get back to you.
GaiserFinancial.com is also our website where you can go to start the conversation with Bryan and his team. GAISER financial.com. Bryan, just a couple more minutes before we got to go, but we were talking to this one gentleman. He lost his job. You were saying, this happened to him. But for a lot of people, it can be a lot of different things that could come in and throw you off kilter. It could be another kind of life event. It could be a health event. There are so many things. And that's why we're always talking about, if you're 5 to 10 years from retirement, let's start planning now. Let's figure out what you've got now, what can work for you now, right? So that way, if the unexpected does come along, it's not, oh no, what are we going to do? It's, okay, let's go back to the plan. How can we pivot?
Well, in the last couple of years, I've dealt with two folks couples that I've worked with for a while, they got a divorce. They're getting a divorce. So that's a big event.
That's big.
In their lives.
Yeah.
And so they're having to chop things up. Just speaking one the other day, and we worked our way through the divorce. We restructured him and his situation. His ex-wife now is moved on, if you will.
Yeah.
But he's still with me. And we reworked his situation where he said he thought when this happened that he would have less money coming in, but relative to what he spends and all the variables that come out to play, he has more money left over at the end of the month. That's because we sat down. I said, look, is what it is. And trust me, he was really hurt by this. And I said, it is what it is. Let's just take care of the things we know we can take care of. That's really what it boils down to. It's like, okay, you've been hit. Now, what are you going to do about it? Right? Takes a little while to get to that stage where what am I going to do about it? I can't sit here and sulk forever.
Right.
He's got more surplus income in retirement because he doesn't have, I'm sorry to say it, her spending all of it the way he did before. He says, golly, I didn't realize how much she actually spent. I just didn't pay attention. Now I'm good. And that doesn't mean every woman. Men do that too. Don't get me wrong. But under this scenario. Yeah. But it just happens. And you got to go, okay, I got to regroup. But that's a big event. 31 years married, 32 years married, boom, gone.
Yep.
And I've seen them divorce in 40 years before. Yeah. And that is something else that you got to think about. But life happens. Like certain other things happen. Life happens.
That's it.
And that's just the way it is. And it really boils down to, okay, take a step back, take a breath. And that's why we do those end of the year reviews. That's why we do regular reviews with clients so that we can, hey, anything big happen lately? I've dealt with definitely a spouse passing away or 2 or 3 or 4 over just the last year, actually 4, and just had a couple in the other day. And we sat down, we talked about their situation, and he's getting remarried. This is when his wife passed away a few years back, and he met someone, they're in their 70s, both of them. I'm excited for people moving on too. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He no less love for the spouse that passed away is just one of those things. It's just what you have to deal with. And so you can paint it however you want, but the bottom line is you got to move forward. So I love being the person there to help them move forward. To give them that encouraging word.
Being proactive, not reactive, taking what you've got, making it work for you, not playing victim. Life happens every single day. It doesn't stop in retirement. Life goes on. But that's why you want to know that if you've left the 9 to 5 behind, you don't have that job paycheck coming in, you want to know that your savings plans is going to be there. Your saving plan is there for you and in place even as life continues to happen, even as events continue to come up, because they will. But at Gaiser Financial, Bryan and his team, they are here to help you build a plan so that the unexpected is not going to throw you off course. You can pivot. You can use what you have, make it work for you in the years ahead. Give us a call, 336-586-5861. Ask yourself, do you have a plan in place that you know will be there for you when the unexpected comes along? Because in retirement, it's life, it's market risk, it's health risk, it's so many things. But at Gaiser Financial, they can help you build a plan to add layers of protection and factor these types of things in. 336-586-5861. If you're within 5 to 10 years of retirement, if you've saved $500,000 or more, want to offer you a complimentary review of your savings investments. This initial process is a no-fee, no obligation review, just time where you and Bryan can talk about your goals, what you've worked to save, and begin to build that plan so you know where you're headed for the years ahead. 336-586-5861. Give us a call and reserve a spot for a complimentary review of your savings and investments. You can also go to gaiserfinancial.com or it's 336-586-5861.
Thanks for listening to the Wealth Through Wisdom podcast. To learn more, visit gaiserfinancial.com. Bryan Gaiser is an investment advisor representative of Advisory Alpha LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. All opinions expressed by Bryan Gaiser are solely his own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Advisory Alpha. This recording is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Investment advisory and financial planning services offered through Advisory Alpha LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance, coaching, and educational services offered through Gaiser Financial Group. Gaiser Financial Group is a separate and unaffiliated entity of Advisory Alpha LLC. While tax and legal services may be discussed in the general course of financial and investment planning, Advisory Alpha does not provide tax or legal services. Please consult with your tax or legal professional prior to making decisions related to these issues. This material is not endorsed or approved by the Social Security Office or any other government agency. An annuity is a long-term financial product designed largely for asset accumulation and retirement needs. All guarantees are backed by the claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. All opinions expressed by externally cited sources are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Advisory Alpha. This is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. The case studies presented reflects the specific circumstances of one client and should not be considered a guarantee that another client or potential client may experience the same or certain level of results. This is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as investment recommendations or solicitation. Names have been changed to protect the anonymity of clients and are not testimonials in nature.